All right, good Wednesday afternoon, everyone. Thanks for stopping by for a check of your forecast. It is June 11th, year of our Lord 2025. We are quiet here in the Texas Panhandle. We got a couple of showers and storms down into southwest Texas, a few more storms, actually a lot more, over in East Texas, moving over into the boot of Louisiana and Arkansas. A few storms pulsing up near the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. We're kind of sandwiched between storms this afternoon, but overall should stay pretty quiet for us here in the high plains. Temperature right now in Amarillo, 79 degrees. We are about 10 degrees below normal. We are going to start to warm up, though, heading into Father's Day weekend. Actually, could see our warmest stretch of the year starting on Friday and then moving into next week. A few of us will probably get into the lower 100s. Winds today pretty calm at 5 to 15 miles an hour. The National Weather Service did do a damage survey in a couple of locations. These are all tornadoes that were due to the storms on Sunday. This was from June 8th. We had 4 confirmed in the 34 counties that we cover. Most of them coming from that lone supercell that got going in the Cimarron County area, moved through Dallam and Hartley County, and then kind of fell apart as it moved closer to the Amarillo region. But we had 4, 2 of them EF unknowns. Those were just because they didn't cause any damage. The first one actually had a pretty long track. It was 6.6 miles long, maximum width of 100 yards, and was on the ground for about 20 minutes. The other one was very short and very brief. That one only a 0.19 mile track on it. There was a brief one there on the north side of Borger that did cause a little bit of damage. Winds estimated to peak at 80 miles an hour. And then the strongest tornado was the last one that we had, an EF1, which was 1.92 miles in its track length and peak winds of 95 miles per hour. So for the rest of today, not really expecting any storms for us. We could see a few get close by. If they do end up in the panhandles, we should be below severe limits. Same story for our Thursday. We may have a slightly better chance for rain tomorrow, but storms that do develop will be pulsy in nature. They'll just kind of bubble up and fall apart and collapse on themselves. So I think peak intensity, you're probably looking at penny-sized hail and winds to around 55 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and walk you through the computer model for the next 2 days. Again, this is for tonight. You can see some lower clouds trying to build in early in the morning over in the eastern panhandle. This could be some patchy, dense fog. Some of us may have visibility below a quarter mile. It won't last for very long, and then we'll see some of those afternoon thunderstorms get going on Thursday, mainly in New Mexico and the southwest panhandle. As we get into Friday morning, that next surface trough will start to shift across the region. It may be something to focus on for thunderstorm development. Our model's not overly excited about storm coverage, but we could see a rogue storm or two that might be capable of severe limits. So that's something that we'll be keeping our eye on. So for Friday, we've got some northwest flow, got a decent little short wave that's going to come through that mean flow aloft. And so that's going to allow us to see some storms develop. Saturday, probably a very similar story. We'll see this ridge build in a little closer. We'll still have the northwest flow, so storms possible, but this ridge actually going to start to increase those temperatures as it starts to translate from southwest to northeast. It should be mostly over our heads, or at least close by, moving into Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. That should be a pretty hot stretch of weather for us. And then for Friday, we could see just enough instability that we do get a marginally severe storm or two. It's a marginal risk for most, just a slight risk mainly back up into Kansas where there's going to be some better flow aloft. It looks like we should be near normal for our precipitation chances. I wouldn't bet the farm on rain really any day, but we're going to have to hang on to like that 10 to 20% pop most afternoons. So here's what your 7-day tracker looks like. We've got around a 10 to 20% chance of rain starting tomorrow through Sunday for Father's Day. You notice those temperatures, they do start to creep up into the 90s. And if we're at 99 on Monday here in Amarillo, then places like Palo Duro Canyon State Park probably going to get into the triple digits. So if you do plan on taking pops out for a hike or a bike ride out there in the canyon, make sure to do it earlier in the morning. And if you're doing things in the afternoon outside, just make sure that you do stay hydrated. That is all we've got for you this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy that cool day today, because it is going to start